Hey there guys and gals, welcome to another blaster unboxing review. This one is for the X-Shot Chaos pack, which I'm a little disappointed I can only find in blue, but well worth the purchase because as you know X-Shot blasters are cheaper and for the most part comparable and or better to Nerf blasters, so why the hell not? The Chaos pack comes with two blasters. It comes with the Orbit? No, sorry. This is Orbit. This is the Meteor. The Meteor is essentially a Chronos. Like you can tell from this is a Chronos. This is a Chronos pistol. So I'm looking forward to using that because the Chronos pistol is a great blaster. Then it has like the assault rifle type thing, which is the Orbit. Meteor Orbit. And this is Rivals. I'm not sure if Chaos is the name of this pack or if X-Shot Chaos is their version of the ball guns. These are X-Shot ball guns, and this is the first time that I've got my hands on any kind of X-Shot ball guns. X-Shot's balls are red, and they're quite spongy, just like Rival rounds. Realistically, there's Rival ammo. Like, there's no real difference between Nerf's actual Rival ammo and other people's Rival ammo. One might be less spongy than the other, but they all fire pretty much the same, so you don't really have to worry about anything like that. What do we got? So, the assault rifle seems like you load in straight from the back and you can see how many shots you have left. A 14 ball capacity, which is better than... I think 14 is higher than, I think it's 10 or 12 for the regular ball magazine. So this is pretty good. It does have the trigger lock as well, so you don't accidentally shoot each other. It comes with a sticker sheet, which is cool. Like stickers, like customization. Their version of the Chronos holds 6 rounds. I'm pretty sure that the actual Chronos only holds 5. I could be wrong. Looks like you load it up through the trigger guard instead of the what you would expect in the top. You don't slide it in up here, you slide it in down there. I'm looking forward to checking out the Orbit. I think it's going to be fun to use. It does take the Orbit is 14 round capacity, the Meteor is 6 round capacity, but this set comes with 48 rounds. Ha! I just realized that's funny because they're balls, therefore they are round. Ha ha! That is pretty much on par with how X-Shot does things. They always give you a ton of extra darts, way more than you actually need to get stuff done. So without further ado, let's start popping this baby open. Okay, so Meteor, Orbit. Let's go through a little bit of an overview on these bad boys. So we'll start with the Meteor because it's smaller, obviously. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, trigger guard not engaged. Trigger guard engaged. Good. Has some iron sights. I don't know if this is the correct angle for you guys to be looking at the iron sights, but yes, it does have them. It also seems like it has a door that I can't seem to open. Let's find out. Same as the Chronos. Pull it back. A little bit harder to pull back than a Chronos. And for a kid, a Chronos is pretty difficult to pull back. Like my niece and nephew can't pull them back. Granted, they are small people, yes, but they can't do it. How about this? Why isn't this opening? You gotta pop it open. But you can get right into the ball holder there. Right into your, it's not a ball sack, so I can't call it that. The unjammer for the Prime is here, just in case you get jammed off. In the case of the Orbit, the sliding door just opens closed. You can get right in there to where that is, which is nice. It has a fake reticle. I hope you will be able to see. hopefully, in here, which is nice, which will line up with the iron sights. Also has a rail. It doesn't have a rail in the back, but it's a rail in the front. Trigger guard is here. Make sure you can't pull the trigger. It's also here for some reason. I don't know why there's two. This is moving with it. What exactly is that? Let's find out. What is that? Oh, so you pull this. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that. Pull this. And then you can slide in ammo. So you slide in your ammo. Or you can hit this to release the spring. If it's locked, it'll slide back down. That spring seems like there's a lot of extra space for the blasters, so keep that in mind. A little worrisome on that. Seems like there's a lot of extra room in there. We're going to load up the Meteor first, so 6 rounds. I'm not going to open up the red balls that it comes with because there's no point in me doing that. I'm going to grab one of my actual ball sacks filled with various colored balls, and we're going to fire the 6 balls. So, to load up a round, you do almost the same thing you do on a Chronos. Pull this puppy back. Oh, I see, it's in there. Oh, interesting. So you push that all the way down. It's like way up in there, so you have to go looking for it. Then you place your 6 rounds in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Press the button to release the spring, which is here on this side. It pushed it back up. Okay, so it's holding my balls now. Move slide primer all the way forward. Boom. One thing I'm going to say before I move on at all is that the Meteor, super light. Like the Chronos feels heavy. It feels like there's power behind it. The Meteor feels really, really, really light. Like, exceptionally light. Way lighter than I was expecting it to be. Which can go either way. That could be bad, that could be good. I will say though, prime, probably not the best for kids, so be aware of that. We're just going to fire it, make sure, hopefully we don't break anything, but here we go. Way weaker than a Chronos. Way weaker. Still loud though. Had a misfire already, huh? Not good. Two misfires. Nothing chambered that time. We shouldn't have been out of bullets, but it's not. You can actually see my ball is stuck in there. I'm stuck in the prime. Like the little thing isn't pushing me up anymore. So if that's the case, I'm up all the way. Yeah, I have 2 balls ready to be chambered in there. They're still stuck in there. Let's try again. Nope. I am jammed already. That's not a good look. I was excited for this, but it's not good. So how about, can I push these up? Maybe? Let's see. Okay, one fell out. Nope. I can feel it. That last ball's not going through. Oh, it's chambered. Is it? It's chambered. It's in there, but I can't get it out. Yeah. I can feel it. So we're going to do this. I'm going to pop this door open. I can't see it. So I'm going to try and push it back through here. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't ever do what I'm doing. That took like 15 minutes for me to get out. That was a absolutely terrible experience on the very first time that I'm shooting it. Ooh. This is a much... It does hold 1 round more than Maybe Kronos does, but if stuff gets stuck, oh man, this is a pain in the butt to reset. So far, not liking the Meteor at all. Means we gotta move on to the orbit. Let's use some of this orbit power. So how do we reload the orbit? To reload the orbit, you pull this all the way back, snap. You do the same thing, you load it through that little circle hole. Now it's 14, so you do that, press the button, pushes the spring up, trigger lock is not engaged, so don't need to worry about that. Pump it all the way back. I feel like we've loaded one up. Slide it forward. Here we go. Should be 14 shots. We'll see how well it actually does. Jammed again. Okay. Did fire all 14 shots, but for some reason the white glow-in-the-dark balls are getting stuck. I will admit they're a little less spongy than the average ball, but it's still weird that they're getting caught in this. It should be able to push them through no problem. That also means potentially, if it's balls that you've already shot, and they've been out in the dirt for a while, so they're a little bit harder than they normally would be, it's going to have some trouble shooting them, which is kind of a bummer. But we're going to test the accuracy now on the regular range, so I'm going to reload both the Orbit and the Meteor. We're going to head over to the shooting range. We are going to start with the Meteor from 20 feet away. We'll see if we can hit anything. I know there's less cans and I haven't cleaned out the darts from before, but whatever, we're just going to see if we can hit stuff. So remember, this is the Meteor, which is the pistol. I didn't have anything loaded. That was 100% my fault. Here we go. Starting now, I'm going to try and use the sights. Hit the can on the right. Dead on. Can on the left, using the sights. Low. Low. Alright, aim a little higher then. Still very low. Close, but no cigar. Final shot. The sights. That bounced back and almost hit me in the head. Almost. Very, very close. So, it's shooting a little low, but... Next up, we're going for the Orbit, the assault rifle-ish one. 14 shots. Alright, I'll be loading it up now. I'm going to try and use the reticle and the iron sight, which actually, because of the way the stock is and how the stock is too long, it's very, very difficult to line up the iron sight with the reticle. Like, it's not... The stock either needed to be longer or shorter for you to actually put this up against your shoulder and aim through the reticle in the sight. I'm going to try and just aim through the reticle on the dot at the right again. Firing now. They're bouncing right back at my face, so if you hear a squeal at some point, sorry. That one almost hit me in the dick! It's firing low. I think both of them fire a little bit low, so let me go a little higher. Meteor is way less accurate. Sorry, the Meteor is way more accurate than the Orbit is. I think it should be the other way around. I think the Orbit should be the small one, and the large one should be the Meteor, but whatever. Whatever. This is the Orbit. We got a couple shots left. I'm going to try and hit something. I'm going to thread the needle on the last couple of shots, so I'm trying to hit the one on the left now. It is firing low, very low. I caught that one. Low. I got one shot left, looks like. Make it count. Oh, there's one held back for some reason. Whatever, we'll fire again. Low still. Final shot. No, one of them isn't being fed. And it's not a white ball, it's a yellow ball that isn't being fed for some reason. I don't know why. Pistol, semi-accurate. Assault rifle, not accurate at all. You have to aim way higher than you would expect to actually hit things. So my first foray into the, I just feel like a card-carrying member of the NRA sitting in a chair like this with these two big old guns. The Orbit, the big one, I'm holding it upside down, feels heavier, but it still feels cheap. Like the Meteor feels super light. It feels like a toy, whereas the Kronos feels heavy, but it still has a really hard prime to pull back. The Meteor, this one, the small one, is more accurate than the Orbit, but not by a lot. And they do seem to have some kind of feeding problems. I think there's just too much room to move around inside the built-in magazines on both of these. I think that's what the problem is. But the Orbit especially, way inaccurate. It has a really cool fake reticle. I don't know if I've been able to show you guys and gals it so far, but it has a really cool fake reticle. Won't help you at all. It fires way low. Everything seems to be hitting like the top of the barrel as it comes out. So it's like a wink, and then it comes down. So you got to aim up way higher than you normally would to actually hit things. So hip firing this is going to be an absolute mess. Because you're going to have to be like, if you were to not look, you're going to have to be aiming up all the time to hit anything you actually want to hit. I would say they probably have about the same force. I don't have a chronometer to measure this. They probably have about the same force of a regular rival blaster. I will say, if you don't have a Kronos pistol yet, like if you've never jumped into the rival stuff, maybe you could get the X-Shot Chaos Pack for these two blasters, and you'd potentially be able to keep up with people using rival blasters. But if you've already got rival blasters, I don't think this is the set for you, because these are way less accurate than actual rival blasters, and for some reason they're not feeding correctly. I don't know what it is, but they're just not feeding correctly all the time. I generally don't have any problem with rival blasters because all the ammunition for ball guns is just ball gun ammo. Like, it's just rival ammo. So you don't necessarily have to worry about it not working because all the ammo is the same. So it's weird to me that these guys aren't feeding. I thought originally it was just the white glow-in-the-dark balls that's not feeding, but some of the yellow regular rival ammo isn't feeding correctly into these blasters. Take what you will out of that. If you don't have other rival blasters already, this is a good way to jump in because you can probably keep up with your friends until one of them has a jam. If you've already got rival blasters, I would say you don't need to go out of your way to get these two. Like, there's plenty of other alternatives. While, yes, it was way cheaper for me to get these two blasters than a bunch of rival guns, if I've already got rival guns, there's no real point in you picking up the Meteor and the Orbit. I hope this helps. If it did, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, sub, and I'll see you guys and gals later in the next Nerf ball gun blaster review. Until then, later, y'all.